A multi-million-dollar effort to increase San Angelo's water supply by about 9 million gallons per day cleared its first hurdle June 3rd. The city's Water Advisory Board unanimously recommended pursuing pilot testing of processes that would purify wastewater to the point it would be suitable for drinking. The pilot testing would represent the initial step in a 5-year process to convert 9 million gallons of wastewater each day into potable water. City officials are convinced the direct potable reuse of treated wastewater represents San Angelo's best option for fortifying its water supply.
It's conservation at its best. We're able to keep the water here in San Angelo and continue to use it. Right now, all the wastewater is pretty much being thrown away or just released down the canals, where now we're going to be able to reuse it and continue to conserve the water, keep it here, while we allow our lakes and reservoirs to hopefully fill up someday.
Currently, the City of San Angelo's treated wastewater is released for agricultural purposes to the Tom Green County Water Control and Improvement District. The two engineering firms that studied how San Angelo could most effectively reuse its treated wastewater concluded the city should follow the leads of Wichita Falls and Big Spring. Those Texas cities developed the first 2 direct potable reuse projects in the nation. Ellen McDonald, a water resources engineer for Allen Plummer Associates, said direct potable reuse not only represents a guaranteed water source, its advanced treatment yields a purer, better tasting water than San Angelo could get from its reservoirs.
Coming out of the advanced treatment facility, the quality of that water, it's almost pure water, and it's significantly better quality than what the city is treating now in their raw water supplies.
The project would be expensive. McDonald estimated the cost of developing the infrastructure to treat 9 million gallons per day at $137 million. A second phase to treat an additional 3 million gallons would cost approximately $17 million more. Officials are confident the project could win financial backing from the Texas Water Development Board, much as the $120 million Hickory Aquifer project did. They point out the cost of not pursuing the project could be even greater to the community.
It's just become a reality that when you look at the big picture, that reuse projects make sense for a lot of communities. So there are a lot of people looking at reuse projects because for the same reasons that it makes sense for San Angelo, it makes sense for other communities as well.
Because about 20% of the water would be lost during the reverse osmosis process, the 2-phase reuse project would produce nearly 10 million gallons per day. Depending upon the time of year and the watering restrictions in place, that would represent 50 to 100% of San Angelo's daily usage. Water Utilities Director Bill Riley said the timing of the project couldn't be better. While this year's abundant rainfall has bought San Angelo some time, it has not replenished lakes. With the exception of Lake Nasworthy, by far the smallest of San Angelo's reservoirs, the city's 3 other surface water sources are at no more than 15% of their capacities.
It's actually done in the big scheme of things very little. What we've got, we're very thankful for, and it's bought us a little time. But that's all. It just, we're still at, when your reservoir is at 14% full, you're still in a bad situation, and that's where we're still at. So, yeah, and I've heard that, the perception is that it's been raining, and so it's got to be good. And while it is good, it hasn't done a lot for our overall water supply.
The Water Advisory Board remains open to the possibility of capturing stormwater from the Red Arroyo. At its meeting, the board approved placing a gauging system in the waterway to determine exactly how much water flows through the arroyo over the course of a year. For SATV, I'm Anthony Wilson.